Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Moku, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to try to not suck at the game, but no, we are back with Face Attorney. We are heading out to the second trial of the episode after finding out who the second witness is, and also finding out what Gory is. But with that being said, I believe that that old man is also related to the DL6 incident case, which I believe was the guy who was trapped with Miles Edgeworth and his father. But other than that, I guess we're going to learn as we go, so let's start. It's always nice to see you, Judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Yeah, Karma's not scaring me anymore. I've dealt with him now. Very well. No opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. I want that confidence. I want that confidence in real life. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. That we still don't know what his name is. No one... It should be in the records. Yeah, like, state your profession. You don't gonna say his name? Witness. State your profession. Yeah, that word. Profession. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Court Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Yeah, no, that's #1 priority. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't said his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. But I have predicted the trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Thank you, Judge. Finally actually doing his thing. Well, I'm not really sure yet. What do you mean? By memory, Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he could not recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear this testimony then, shall we? Witness? It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant, where I rent boat as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Was he just falling asleep there? Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict. Now, that's not how it works. Yes. Mr. Wright? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me? Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just pass. I see. Well then, let's take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. You know, you can't be overconfident. Doesn't go too well. It was a night on the 24th, just after midnight. I'll just do my usual strategy of pressing everything. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered clearly. I did, yep. You see? Continue. As in run, restaurant, rent boats. That's something we need to know. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keefy boy. Keef? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. And where did the bang seem to come from? Stop sleeping. The animation takes forever. From the lake, I figured. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was two men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly? Yep. At the time, that is. At the time? He just said at the time. Are we not gonna raise an objection for that? So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window for my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was a defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Oh, the judge is gonna be asking questions. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Someone get him help! This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick! I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photographs showing the man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? I gotta keep object. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, Mr. Wright, In a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please? Can you hear me, sis? Please? We need your help. Nix needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. Or sleep. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court find the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Wait, did I fail? Or was it supposed to be like that? The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wait, did I just fail? No, I knew it. Okay. Who was that just now? Huh? Larry! Let's go! I wonder if the microphone capped that, but I just screamed Larry so loud. What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remembered. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's giving us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could have made things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay, but I was thinking out of my head. How did she know that? Alright. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. Oh! Who's the alpha male now, bitch? What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Oh, Larry coming in clutch. Something I was not expecting. Phew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're squirting bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night? Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, There's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When I shot him, that would have been messed up. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Kammer has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. We're fucked. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything on Larry now. Everything's on Larry now. Okay. So... basically, Von Kammer has no reason to prepare himself against Larry. And... Larry's probably going to help us with that. Like, he's going to try to be on our side. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right. Leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Kammer didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being on our big break. Alright. That night, I was out on the let's redo this one real quick. That night, I was out on the boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Well, I can clearly tell there's something missing. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. I think I'm just gonna go straight in with my gut already. And go boom. Yeah, I figured. No need to press him. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lauderhout testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard one gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. What? What's going on? Order, order. And stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Kammer, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his surety testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Ooh. No, wait, no, we gotta continue. I want to know if there is actually just one gunshot. Your Honor, please. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I win. If there were any other way out of this, believe me. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Alright, I'm gonna have to reread this because I messed it up. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is, Harris. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. But we need to. Alright, so, sorry. I messed it up, so let's reread this again. It's only been alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it really booming loud, like... But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. This is the most ridiculous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of it. Okay, so... So you turned on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve, alone. I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? Really booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Kalmer has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Kalmer was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is okay. No, I don't think that would do anything. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney, trapped in an elevator, returned from Lusher with son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9, one bullet found in heart, the murder weapon was fired twice. Yenny Yogi, Kurt Bailiff. Oh, okay, he was a bailiff of the case. Trapped in an elevator with the Edgeworth, memory loss due to oxygen deprivation, or after his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Polly is the parent, but her name was... Oh my freaking god, that is so important. Well, this right here. After his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Literally just says that Yogi is the old man. I was right. I was right the whole time. Alright. So, the parrot's name isn't Polly. The fiance's name is Polly. Oh my god. She just answers to the name Polly. That is actually big. That's a good thing to know. I'm gonna assume it's this, but I'm not even sure myself. But let's give it a shot. No. You can tell when it's not by the music. If it stops, you got it. You probably realized that though. Hey, just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Wait! No! That is important! I just know what he means. Right there. It was after midnight, but he just said it's almost Christmas, which means it's Christmas Eve still. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. And? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Sorry, got the hiccups. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun trigger missed Hart's camera. 12:15, 0:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. But we have two gunshots. That's what they're probably gonna say. Order, order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about the bud's claim he heard a gunshot before midnight? I'm gonna have to say Larry's right, but I'm trying to see why would he be right. Because he heard the first gunshot. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. That seems like the exact same time as what we're talking about, but it's an empty lake. I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, look at this photograph. This was taken by a witness yesterday, Miss Lawhut, with her automated camera.
What did he say?
Automatic. Why did I just completely forgot the word automatic? The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off and respond to loud noises. Oh, correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshot after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night, there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them. It was fired 3 times, so the first one would have been at 11:50, and the second and third one would have been after midnight. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. I'm gonna say it's this, but let me just... If it was a gunshot, I'm gonna say it's this. Yeah. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Oh, okay, I see what he meant. I thought he meant the 3rd shot of the 3 bullets was after before midnight, but no, he meant the 3rd shot that we're missing is before midnight. Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second? Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the still samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch, and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Oh my god, Maya's gonna try to testify. Well, I'm gonna testify, and Maya's gonna get to the loophole. What's going on? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Ron Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Why everyone shakes their heads like, nope. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been a suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before this gunshot. Yes, that's right. Also, might I mention, the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth, has admitted to being on that boat. Oh, right. Right, Your Honor. Crash and burn. Sorry, I thought of something else. Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I'm going to have to penalize you for this foolishness. I'll ask you again. Explain who the two men on the boat are. Okay, sorry. So I thought it was actually the murderer in Hammond, but he was already... No, it didn't make sense what I was thinking. So this is Edgeworth and the murderer. Robert Hammond killed someone 25 minutes... No. Would it be Edgeworth and Hammond? You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before this gunshot. Miles Edgeworth and Robert Hammond. Yes, I believe you are mad. That is exactly what I've been telling the court this whole time. You're agreeing with me, and yet, what did you just say? That Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before... Yes, that's what I said. I was just testing you, Von Karma. Mr. Wright. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, so it's Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. So there's two bodies? What? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth wouldn't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... Okay, wait, I am actually fully lost, so let me just take a moment to try to think. So, Robert Hammond was killed 25 minutes beforehand. That's the first gunshot. Then the murderer went to see Edgeworth on the boat. It can't be Edgeworth because he was the second person on the boat. Lotta Hart? Why would Lotta Hart... It's... Why would it be Lotta Hart? Claims to be an investigator trying to photograph... I would have assumed it would be the old caretaker. I'm gonna say I don't know yet. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. Oh, because we don't... because I know the murderer's name, but he doesn't. You don't know? Ah, again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so I was right the whole time. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. It's either here or here. I wouldn't believe it would be at the stand. I'm gonna go with the car first. It was here. Where Miss Hart, the photographer, was camping? Yes. Why would the caretaker of the boat shop go there to kill someone? It was probably an honest mistake. The caretaker made a mistake? No, I didn't. Maybe you'd like to show us again? Okay, at least I don't lose my life on this. Go to... Here, of course. The boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony if you will. Okay, I think I did get it. Okay. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot over here. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. That explains it. Yeah, I kind of forgot that he was wearing headphones, I'll be honest. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Okay. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker puts on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? It has to be him. Oh, okay, I see. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself. He never died. He tried to frame. But then Miles Edgeworth. Oh, but then I don't know. I don't know why Edgeworth would keep that part silent, but maybe it's because he doesn't want to connect the case with the father that he knew it was about. Okay. Leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. So he was kind of trying to frame him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that everything else falls into place, the boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he puts Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff? Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. You weren't expecting yourself to beat him, Mr. Edgeworth, huh? Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask you that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Well, we know it's Yanni Yogi. It was the bailiff of the last trial. I guess we're gonna say that to the other trial. Yay, Nick! You did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure. Once I sift through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't still down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I feel it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that has been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's still a little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? Well, you're already telling us, you might as well tell us. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime that you committed? A memory of a murder. Just what he just said here just triggered so many brain cells connecting together. Basically, from what I just realized is that he said a murder that he committed. And I'm thinking, is it possible that Miles Edgeworth was the murderer of his own father? But then I'm thinking immediately of that photo where the gunshot hole was outside the door. Miles Edgeworth was trapped with him. So there's no way he could have done it. If that's the only evidence we have so far. Maybe there's more. Maybe we're going to find something else. But for now, I'm not going to be saying anything, but I'm thinking maybe Miles Edgeworth could actually have committed Gregory's Edgeworth murder. But why would Yogi kill Robert Hammond? That's something we need to know. This case is definitely the one that triggers all of my stupid brain cells together, which doesn't work out so well. But in the end, it's a fun case, and I actually like it a lot. So, with that being said, give it a like. Give some good love in this series, because I absolutely love it. Comment down below what you think of the case so far, and if there's any evidence or suspects that you're thinking of. Obviously, yeah, Yanni Yogi is now the #1 suspect, but with this game, we never know. And subscribe down below. Get notified for every videos that comes out of the channel. But other than that, I hope you guys all have a great day, and take care.